In the 8th century before our era, a formidable African kingdom emerged from the territories of Nubia, which is now part of Sudan. This remarkable kingdom was the Kingdom of Kush. For several generations, the people of Kush coexisted peacefully with the Egyptians. However, the time had come when the darkness of Egypt would give way to the brightness of their newfound independence. From the ancient city of Napata, a new generation of kings emerged, kings who would forever be remembered in the annals of history. They were fondly known as the Black Pharaohs. These pharaohs were not the result of an external invasion from a distant land. They were native Africans who boldly claimed the thrones of both Egypt and Moses as the 25th dynasty, making their mark in the annals of world history. The story commences with King Piye, also referred to as Pianki. Approximately in 747 BC, Piye embarked on a march from Nubia, accompanied by a formidable army. A multitude of cities laid down their defenses before him. Upon reaching the gates of Egypt, Piye did not approach as a conqueror solely driven by the desire for gold. He arrived bearing the noble intention of restoring the sanctity of order and reverence for the ancient gods. Among the numerous stelae that still survive today, one particularly stands out, where King Piye detailed the manner in which he established a purification of the temples and made a bold demand for submission from the Egyptian rulers. Gradually, one by one, they conformed to his wishes. For the very first time in history, a Nubian king ascended to the throne of the two lands, Upper and Lower Egypt. After Piye came his successors, Shabaka, Shebitku, and the most famous of them all, Taharqa. Taharqa ruled at the height of Kushite power. He built great temples, restored monuments that had fallen into ruin, and left his name carved across Egypt and Nubia. Even the Bible records his name. In the book of 2 Kings, Taharqa is mentioned as the king who came to challenge the mighty Assyrian Empire. Under these Black Pharaohs, Egypt experienced a renaissance. Art, architecture, and religion flourished once more. The pyramids of Nubia, smaller, steeper, and more numerous than those of Giza, still stand today as silent witnesses to their glory. But no empire lasts forever. The Assyrians, the superpower of the age, grew determined to crush the African dynasty. In a series of brutal campaigns, they pushed the Kushite kings back south. Taharqa fought fiercely, but the weight of the Assyrian war machine was too great. By 656 BC, the Black Pharaohs had withdrawn to their homeland in Nubia. Yet they did not disappear. In the city of Meroë, they continued to rule for centuries more, building hundreds of pyramids and keeping their unique culture alive. The dream of ruling Egypt had ended, but the legacy of African kingship remained unbroken. Today, when we speak of the pharaohs, most people think only of the names taught in school: Khufu, Tutankhamun, Ramses. Rarely do we hear the names Piye, Shabaka, or Taharqa. Yet these Black Pharaohs ruled one of the greatest civilizations of the ancient world. They proved that African kings could sit on the throne of Egypt and command respect from empires far beyond the Nile. Their pyramids still rise from the desert sands of Sudan. Their story is not a footnote. It is a powerful chapter in the history of Africa, a chapter the world is only now beginning to remember. This is the legacy of the Black Pharaohs,